Let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
And once that confidence starts to come, you've gone one goal up. Somehow, I guess, players' mentality will change a bit. They'll hang on to the ball. They'll make themselves more available because the pressure is off for a while. That they're not losing the game. They're not drawing it. They're winning it. So the confidence grows, I think, when a team goes ahead. So I don't think they would have struck. Once they got that first goal, I think they would have won anyway by 3, 4, or 5 goals. But as I say, it's hypothetical. We'll never know, will we? We'll never know.
Yeah. And that was just it. Apart from that, I really enjoyed the game, and it's a great win for us. Yeah. So.
Right. And of course, we've got promotion, haven't we, to the top, to the A division on the National League, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good.
It is good. It is good. It's just that I think we're the big boys anyway. It was just we had a bit of a setback where we didn't actually go all the way, if you know what I mean. We went halfway. We've always been going halfway through, and I think it'd be good for a change just to go all the way and bring back the trophy.
What do you think about Harry Kane's criticisms before the Greek match of the number of players, quite a few of them who dropped out through apparent injury or had a knock? Do you agree with him, or do you think he was not right to come out with that?
Well, we all, as humans, right? If you're given the platform to speak, sometimes your words might come out the wrong way, or rub people up the wrong way. So I didn't really make anything of it. I just thought, you know what?
No.
He said something that perhaps was a bit premature, or he wasn't in a position to make a call on, and he did, and it's a mistake on his part. But I'm glad nobody called him up on it, and the win sort of covered it all up. So, let's just hope that it doesn't get into, because it was getting into the political bit of it. You should be proud to serve or play for king and country, and that sort of thing. It's not his call to make, because obviously you don't know individual circumstances, do you? You only see what you see. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what's happening with them. Yeah. And, you could become the next person that, falls into that category where you're not able to fulfill your, the duties for your country. So I think it was a mistake on his part to say, it wasn't his place to say it, but he said it anyway. But it doesn't take anything away from the respect that I have for Harry Kane. It's a mistake. Good thing they won, because if they hadn't, that would have been the what everyone would be talking about. But it's a good thing that we won the game, and it's all in the past now, because that game's gone. But
it is. But
please,
No, I'm only going to say that it brings to the surface the sometimes position between club and country, because the clubs in the Premier League very often don't like their players going off to what is really little more than a friendly game. I mean, I know it's the National League, but I'm not sure that's much more than a friendly situation. In other words, they wanted some league so that they didn't have to do so many friendlies, because clearly that there's not much competitiveness in a friendly game. So by doing the National League, they kind of said, well, it is competitive, but as I say, it's not much more than what we used to call friendlies. And I can understand the clubs not wanting to risk their players in a so-called National League game, risk them from injury and stuff like that, because they're so vital for their clubs at the weekends and things. So I can see I can see why some players, and indeed after what Kane said, one or two players from years ago said, yeah, they were pressured by their managers to miss out the friendly England games. They didn't really name who the managers were. It could have been worked out, I suppose.
Saw Femi and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday. So join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom, Dr. Glad.
By their managers to miss out the friendly England games. They didn't really name who the managers were. It could have been worked out, I suppose. But there is this situation between club and country, because let's face it, in reality, it's the Premier League, it's the Football League that matters the most. It's they're paid by their clubs. So England is an added-on extra. Now, probably you and I and millions of others would do anything to represent our country. You know, it'd be a great honour to play for King and Country, and I think most footballers do see it like that. I do, but again, over the last few years, there have been a number of players who've retired early from playing international football. In some cases, because they never really got picked very often, and they thought they're travelling along to these get-togethers and these games and not really featuring very much. I mean, in a way, some of that happened in the Euros under Gareth Southgate. Some of the players didn't really get a look in, which is a shame. I suppose it's inevitable if you can choose, I don't know, 25 or 18 players. But yeah, so I can understand why some would lose interest, but equally, some rule themselves out who've played for England. I think someone who did was Paul Scholes, very good, brilliant midfielder at Man U. But I seem to remember he made it clear he wanted to retire from international football sometime before he actually retired generally. So again, one doesn't know his situation, whether there was a niggling injury, but it's always a little bit disappointing when a player says, no, I don't want to play for England. You know, you want our international team to be full of people proud to wear the shirt, to honour the badge. So yeah, I think Kane had a point, and he is the captain. So in a way, he's the link between manager and players.
Right.
So maybe he was voicing what the manager felt but couldn't say, especially Carsley, who knew he wasn't going to be continuing. But maybe just venting a bit of frustration, because they lost 8 or 9 players, I think, from the original selection.
Yeah.
But all's well that ends well. They got this very good result on against Ireland on Sunday.
It was a brilliant result. Yes, I would agree with you. Yeah. However, I just looked at just on the subject of Harry Kane. I think he was benched against Greece. I don't think he played against Greece.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know.
And that might have been a carryover aggression from that. We don't know, do we?
Could be.
Yeah. However, I didn't see very much of Dominic Solanke. Not very much of him in this last game. I know as a team overall they did well, but I think he was sort of outshined by perhaps they were more hungry to get a place in the team than he did. But I didn't. He's a great player. There's no taking away from that. But I just didn't see very much of him during that.
He did come on, didn't he? He came on.
Yeah.
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to go. So he did. He was playing.
All right. Because So he didn't play the full match, did he?
No, he didn't start, but he did come on in the second half.
Right, because
Yeah.
I was looking at the lineup and I'm thinking, where is Solanke? And then about towards the end, I saw him and I'm thinking, where have you been throughout the game? So I've probably been not paying attention there. Right. So the other subject I was going to move on to, I don't know if you have any, but
Saw Femi and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday, so join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom.